and child protective services, and they won't give them back to their loving families because they're making money.
This is a legal system that you're going into. And if you don't know the rules, you will be chewed up and spit out.
If I could say anything to a mother who just got their children detained, you're in a crisis. Life feels like it's over. The most important thing is regaining custody of your children.
The child welfare system at its core is designed to protect children who need protection. Okay, and that's key, is who need protection.
So social workers, out of fear, will remove more children rather than only remove those children that truly need to be removed.
It's okay. It's okay.
This isn't someone stole your car. Someone broke into your house. This someone took your child, your flesh and blood.
It doesn't say on this order that it was not proven. It says untrue. I immediately knew that, okay, well, this ain't over.
Were there signs there? Were there no signs? Did I miss them? Did I catch them? At this point, I honestly don't know.
Families only get a finite amount of time to reunify.
I came into this field to help families, not destroy them.
The difference between the criminal system and the child welfare system is substantial. You have more rights as a criminal than you do as a parent.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Georgette Truan. I am the host for Fight CPS Real Talk with Miss G, and I also work for attorney Vincent W. Davis.
And I'm
the young lady.
I'm Cassandra, the co-host for Real Talk with Miss G.
Hello, Miss Cassandra.
Hi.
So Cassandra knows this because I did speak with her on the weekend about what I'm trying to do. So the reason I haven't done my show for a couple of weeks because it's been a mass of calls that we are getting through the office to the office. And for some reason, CPS are beginning now to steal children. They used to do it on Fridays because there's the weekend. They don't want you guys to have an attorney. And then now they're doing it on Thursdays. So especially if there's a long weekend, I mean, it's crazy. I have seen way more people calling me more than ever. And I think Cassandra understands because I spoke to her one time and I said, I am exhausted. I'm mentally exhausted.
Yeah.
And I told Cassandra about the plan that I'm trying to do with Mr. Davis. So I brought it to Mr. Davis' attention to try to help as many people as possible. And Cassandra is also included in that special that I gave her. But anyways, so it's 5 things that I talked to Davis about. So Vincent and me, which is Miss G, will handle your CPS matter. It could be full representation, coaching, or Zoom consult. So whenever you have Zoom consult meeting with Mr. Davis, I will be on that Zoom call as well. So for example, how some people get not reluctant, they get scared sometimes and they forget. I will remind them. I will say, no, this is what you need to, you forgot to add this part in. You know what I mean? Kind of like reminding them, hey, this is what you need to ask them. So I will be on that Zoom call as well. And like I said, it could be full representation, coaching, or Zoom consultations. Okay. Number 2, you will have 24/7 access to Vince and me via phone and text and email. And then number 3, you will receive an invitation to Vince and Miss G private CPS Facebook group. Number 4, you will receive a weekly invitation to Vince and Miss G private and confidential weekly CPS group calls. And number 5, we will assist you in filing a federal Department of Health and Human Services complaint if wanted or warranted. We will help you file that complaint, which is not bad. Cassandra knows right?
Yeah, that's actually really good.
Yeah. So we will help you. So I was trying to figure out, and I told Cassandra ahead of time, I'm trying to put my brain together, my thoughts together, and figure out how we can help the public as much as I can. You know, if I was
Yeah.
Bill Gates' daughter, I would pay for all of you guys' retainers, you know, but I'm not, you know. But I am better than that. I'm actually the child of the Most High God. So that's even better than Bill Gates. However, you know, you guys have to understand that I'm doing the best I can to help each and every one of you guys out there. Also, I want to say congratulations, Johnny Depp. I love you from the depth of my heart. I've always believed you're innocent. And this is the next topic I want to talk to you guys about. And you, Cassandra,
Yeah.
with everybody. Do you guys recall or Cassandra, do you recall on one of my shows when I said men and women do not accuse falsely? Do you remember?
Yeah.
Because A, it's illegal. B, you're literally breaking somebody's reputation.
Yes.
So basically, it's easier to beat someone than it is to kill their reputation. Why? Because when you kill the reputation, it's like you're tearing a piece of paper a million pieces and you're trying to collect it, you know, because the wind will scatter it everywhere, scattered everywhere. You can't collect any more of those pieces and get them together. You can't. You can't fix what the damage has been done.
I've seen something like that. Like they were explaining that, like if you, like it was a bullying thing.
Yeah.
Like when you tear somebody down and like tear the pieces of paper and then you say sorry basically or something like that, you can't put it back together.
No, not at all. You cannot put it back together. So you guys need to understand that men and women, there are victims in men and women, not just women, not just men, but men and women equally. So evil exists. Evil is not just men. Evil is not just women. Evil is combination of both. So to me, you guys need to remember this. When you do bad karma, when you do bad, karma will hit you. Right? But I call it the wrath of God. It might not hit you right away, but it might take time. It might not. I don't know. That's God's call. But it will hit you. It will hit you. So it's best if you do the right thing in life and stop calling the police on one another because of a disagreement, and stop calling the police because you think you're going to get your children back. Stop doing that. Another topic I want to discuss with you guys, that when the initial conversation comes about CPS, when CPS first contacts you, they're going to be playing you. They go to the same school. They have once a month training or twice a month training how to deceive you better. So they get you to, go ahead. I know you're dying to say it. I know you're dying to say it. Go ahead.
You know that website that I said I could find, like where they train people, like I could do classes and get certificates for certain things. Well, I found one, right? And it's called Evidence Building.
Right.
Evidence Building. And the public access for it, which is myself, only can get 2 units of it.
Right.
But the rest, I have to have an enrollment key from an instructor.
Right.
Through their school. Why can I only get 2 of the units? Because they don't want us to know how they evidence build. Yeah.
Do you see that, guys? Did you hear that?
They don't want us to know how they build evidence against us to fuck us, basically.
Exactly. Remember this. They do leave the children with the abuser. They do.
Yeah.
It's a technique they have. It's a strategy. Why do they leave the children with the abuser? Because they know they're going to come back and take those children again. Okay, that's number 1. Number 2, the reason they say, oh yeah, Miss So-and-so, don't worry. You did nothing wrong. We're going to close the case. I want you to admit that you did it, and we're going to close the case and you're going to have your kids back. That's a fucking lie. That's a fucking lie. And I'm going to say this over and over again. That's a fucking lie. Do not believe that. You did not do anything. Do not admit to something you didn't do. But what do? They give you a thought in your head to deceive you. The devil is the father of fucking lies. They will put a thought in your head to deceive you. Why? Because their goal is to get you to sign that piece of paper saying, I did it. I am the bad person here. Now give me my kids. You better believe 1,000,000 times their goal is not to give you your child back.
Yep.
Okay? Never. That's not what they aim for. You guys have to understand, they get money from the federal government. That money they get from the federal government, for every removal, they take a child from a home and they put that child in their custody. For every minute the child is in their custody, they're getting paid from the federal government. Remember that. They have to have proof. In order for them to say you neglected, you abused, failure to protect, removing your child. That's bullshit. Where is your fucking proof? They go to your house. They look at your refrigerator. That's bullshit. They have enough food in the refrigerator, but then they write in the report, there is no food in the refrigerator. They're fucking scumbags. Social workers are scumbags. Not one of them is actually ever do the right thing. I will say fuck CPS 1,000,000 times a day because not one of them actually does the right thing.
Nope. And neither do the public pretenders.
Oh yeah, public pretenders they're worst. Yeah,
they're bad. Like I've been taking like these classes on that same website, and from what I hear, what quality it's quality legal counsel is not what they do.
Keep talking, Cassandra, because you and I have to talk about this. Keep talking,
yeah,
baby girl.
Not what they do. Like I've been taking classes on how to be a quality legal counsel, even though I'm not a lawyer, but I take it to see like how things would have to go if they were going the right way, right? And there's three theories. There's three theories that a counsel can fight against an emergency removal.
Right.
Three of them. And one of them is saying like, is there imminent risk, near or impending? And if there's not, then they have no grounds. Two is if there is imminent risk, finding services that fit the parent and fit the situation if the parent is willing to do that, and if the parent is of good, like they look good to present.
Right.
Then the third thing is, which is a game changer. This lady on here said this is a game changer and nobody does this, and it's retarded because she said this right here humanizes a case. And it's so important that you let your counsel know, I want to be seen as a person, like for my 14th fundamental right. I have the right to have my kids.
Stop you, Cassandra. A court-appointed attorney will never fight for your rights.
I know this.
So let me explain something to you. I met with a previous juvenile dependency court pretender. Mm-hmm. That juvenile dependency court pretender, I just had Starbucks with him about 2 weeks ago. Okay? There's a lot of shady shit that happens in there. Now remember this, they're protected by the state. Mm-hmm. He was forced to do shit he wasn't supposed to do. Their goal is to get you guys to admit that you are the fucking fault.
Exactly.
And you're not.
Because if that was the case,
that's their goal. He couldn't do it anymore. He's actually left the state.
Yeah.
After I had coffee with him, he was watching my show for almost a year. And he said he wanted to meet me before he left the state because he wanted to let me know that everything I said was accurate, God honest truth.
Yep.
So you have to understand, you guys, this shit is real. They will set you guys up to fail 1,000,000 times.
1,000,000 times.
1,000,000 times. They will eat you and spit you out.
From what I've learned, like on these classes that obviously none of them take,
right.
That obviously none of them take, right. None of them, right. Because I feel like so done wrong, dude.
Yeah.
Like my attorney basically just said, "Oh, well, I'm lazy. I don't want to do all this work. I don't want to
Right.
investigate your case for you. I don't want to do shit for you except for feed you to the wolves." And that's
Right.
what she did. And she's not even my public pretender anymore. I have a different one. The same one that I had apparently left that law firm. And I don't know why. Yeah, I have no idea why. I have no idea if she got fired or if she just left or what happened, but they switched my public pretender. I still have the same firm. I just don't have the same public pretender. And the one I have now obviously doesn't want to do the work either because I know she could do some changes and she refuses to. So therefore, I do plan on reporting her and doing some things. And
you should.
Yeah.
You guys need to understand that when they come to your home and they tell you, "Oh, we're just doing an investigation and the case will be closed," remember, that's a lie.
Oh, yeah.
I want to meet up with you and the case is going to close. That's another fucking lie. You need an attorney immediately. We have several people that hired us last week alone. And I spoke with them, with Mr. Davis, by the way. I had the client, Mr. Davis, and me on the phone. I am Mr. Davis's assistant, right? So he includes me on a lot of the calls. So that's why he agreed on including me on all the calls. All right. Because oftentimes people speak to me first before they speak to Mr. Davis. And then I make the initial conversation happen with Mr. Davis. What you guys need to understand is the reason I am doing this is because I support all parents, not just one or two or fathers and mothers. No, I support all parents. Children should not be away from their family. Period. I don't care if you like me or don't like me. I don't give a fuck. I am not here for a popularity contest. I don't give a shit how you feel about me personally. All I care about is the children, and that's all I care about. If you don't know me, then now you do. And ask Cassandra, ask anyone that knows me personally, right? Not the haters, but the people that really know me, how I am. I don't care what you think about me. I care about your children and that your children come home to you. Period.
Yep.
So you guys need to put your fucking thinking hat on and start doing the right thing. Don't retaliate against the social workers. They're not your fucking friends. They're not going to be supporting you, period. Don't try to friend them because they don't give a shit about you. All they see you as a store that has merchandise that they need to get, which is your children. They don't see you as a human being with rights. So get that in your thick skull. If you don't know what I'm talking about, try to think about it and analyze it slowly in your head. Because I get so many people as of today telling me, "Oh, I told the social worker to fuck off." Well, okay. How do you feel about that? How did that change your situation? No.
Probably made it worse.
I'm going to send the social worker a letter, but I'm not going to tell my attorney I did it. Why?
You're an idiot.
You're a fucking idiot. You're paying an attorney to fight your case. You're sabotaging your own fucking case, and then you blame it on the fucking attorney that you paid for to help you with your case. Yet you do shit behind your attorney's back, and then you fucking start writing bad reviews about your attorneys. You guys are, and whoever's doing this shit, grow the fuck up. Grow the fuck up. Don't start doing shit on your own and then blame it on your attorney.
You're supposed to work with your attorney, especially if you're hiring an attorney. Like, work with them.
Work with your fucking attorney.
Like,
But
do your research, gather your evidence, and give it to your attorney. Don't go and sabotage yourself because it is your image. Your image is so much in a court case, it's not even funny.
And that's what I see, Cassandra. See,
Not even funny.
This is what I see. We've had people who lost their own case on their own. And then they blame it on the attorney, saying the attorney didn't do this. And then they get their friends to side with them. Their friend, of course, their friend is going to lie. Of course, their friend is going to say it's the attorney. But their friend is not even part of the case to say it's the attorney's fault. They're going by what their friend is telling them that the attorney is doing, which is a fucking lie. which is a fucking lie. Because if you, like Johnny Depp situation today, I'm so thankful and happy for justice, because literally it had to take $6 million later paying attorney fees to prove your innocence. So friends, families, don't believe everything you hear about an attorney that your relatives paid for to help with a case, because you're not part of the case. You don't know what the attorney did. You're only listening to one side.
Exactly.
Not both sides. With
That's
evidence.
what I tell people. I was like, you don't even know what you're talking about. You don't pour my cereal in the morning. You don't know what the fuck.
Yeah.
You don't pour my cereal in the morning. How do you know what's going on? Like,
Exactly.
seriously?
Like what did Johnny Depp
if
say?
you're not there.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you remember what Johnny Depp said? He said when the opposing counsel was, sweating him or trying to sweat Johnny, he said, "Oh, you drank a pint of wine or whatever." But Johnny said, "Were you there? Like, were you fucking there? Or are you just taking her side?
Do you know my life?" That's
Do you
basically
know my
I
life?
always tell people that. I was like, do you know my life? Do you pour my cereal in the morning? I don't think so. So
Exactly.
like unless
no
you
one-
or my mama, you don't
Right.
know exactly, because she's the
Right.
one that poured my cereal in the morning, and she
And
knows.
lies spread faster than the truth. Remember that. When lies spread faster than the truth, that tells you something. When people start a smear campaign against you, right, and they start making up lies, and then that person believes them, then that person is an idiot. When you believe a lie, you automatically become an idiot.
Judges.
Exactly. Judges. Exactly. And it's not just judges, people in general. You become an idiot because you don't know the real story. You're just listening from another idiot spreading lies to destroy somebody's character. That's all you do. Judges listen to lies. That's why I call them stupid. Why?
GALs,
Exactly.
like all them.
Yeah. But what is
that
a lie?
lineup?
If you guys look
Judges,
at the definition of a lie. Well, Cassandra, what is the definition of a lie?
Definition of a lie?
Yeah, seeing the truth but still believing a lie.
A lie, yeah.
I mean, it's definition of stupid. Sorry, what is the definition of stupid?
Oh, and I don't know the definition. I know the definition of speaking the truth and still believe the lie.
Yeah.
And the definition of insanity is continuing to do the same thing and then expecting a different result.
Expecting a different result. Exactly.
Yeah.
So if you are sabotaging your own case and you come to a law firm, like this lady the other day, she has her 0.26 hearing like in 2 days. She wants us to save her. It's hard. And it costs a lot of money. But she wanted it pro bono. We don't do pro bono. There is no attorney that does pro bono unless they assign you that attorney. And guess what? That pro bono attorney is not doing shit for you.
Obviously.
But they make more than our attorneys.
If they were doing something for them,
yeah,
they wouldn't be calling you.
Exactly.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Like they wouldn't be calling Vincent if they were actually doing something for them. Their pro bono attorney was actually doing something for them. Like they wouldn't be calling you guys. They wouldn't be calling. Obviously, if you see that that's happening, why are you going to ask for a pro bono?
I have advice for men who are fathers. If your mother is in control of your life, you need to stop this shit now immediately. If your mother is the one that's sabotaging your case and you're so idiotic to see it, you need to stop it immediately. Oftentimes what I see mothers do, the grandparent that is they send text messages using their cell phones of their son. And they make the social worker think that they're sending that text message, which is not true. Oftentimes I see a grandmother sending an email using her son's email address to his attorney. That's unacceptable. So you're sabotaging your own son's case, but yet you would blame it on your attorney, on your son's attorney. That is demonic. That is so fucking demonic.
And to all the mothers that are doing this, like, grow the fuck up. Let your son grow the fuck up. Like, basically, grow up.
Yeah.
Let them grow up.
Yep.
My grandma told me if a man is still like acting like a baby and still listening to his mother after the age of 25, he's worthless.
Yep. Exactly.
That's what my grandma told me. She's all like, he's never going to grow up. If after the age of 25 he's still doing that, he's never going to grow up.
Exactly. And this
Like,
shit has to stop, you
let
guys.
him grow
It
up.
has to stop because honestly, I have seen Mr. Davis in action in court. And this is why anybody that has anything to say about Mr. Davis and his law firm, I'd be the first one to stand up like a fucking soldier. Because I have seen these attorneys in action. In fact, I have gone with multiple of them in our office on cases, and I heard how they operate. The only worst enemy is you, the client. You are your own worst enemy. If you do anything against your attorney and then you blame shift the shit on your attorney, then there's something psychiatrically wrong with your head. Something is wrong with you. Because you have to take accountability for your own action. But when you do shit behind your attorney's awareness and you expect your attorney to save you, when your attorney specifically said, do not speak to the social worker. Me and Mr. Davis, in fact, on Saturday, a client hired us on Saturday. I was on the phone with him and Mr. Davis. Guess what? Mr. Davis told him, do not speak to the social worker. Not 5 minutes later, social worker called and he spoke with her. All Mr. Davis said and me is this: give Mr. Davis and me the social worker's name and phone number. We will handle it. What did he do? Have a conversation with the social worker. So that's why I said the client, sometimes you people, when you're clients, you are your own worst enemy. Because you go against what was just instructed from you not to do.
Exactly.
And then a month later, you have another interaction with the social worker and you say too much. And then now the attorney has to fix what you did, that he or she doesn't even know what you did, that he or she finds out later in the report what you've done.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you have to be realistic. I don't know how to sugarcoat shit. Cassandra, how long have you known me? Do I know how to sugarcoat?
No.
I really don't. It's either I say it or I don't say it. So you guys need to grow up and stop thinking the social workers, if you retaliate against them or if you let them think you're smarter than them, that everything is going to be okay and they're going to get scared and walk away. That's bullshit. You cannot scare a devil to walk away from you. The only time you scare the devil is when the devil keeps trying to trick you and keep you captive in your own thoughts and your past and all that stuff, and he succeeds.
Mm-hmm.
But when you want to scare the devil, you don't scare him with force. You scare them. You actually, the devil flees when your faith is so strong that nothing can shake it, no matter how big the obstacle or small the obstacle is. Nothing will shake your faith. That's when the devil gives up on you.
Mm-hmm.
The social workers are demons. You don't go retaliate against the demon and show the demon how smart you are. You think the demon doesn't know? He knows you're the child of the Most High. But how did the demon attack you? Using your past, telling you can't do this. You're stupid. You can't. You amount to nothing. You're useless. You don't know how to pay your bills. You're fucked up. Give up on yourself. But that's not true. If you believe that, then that's when you fail.
Mm-hmm.
That's when you fail. So you guys need to put your thinking hat and fucking put on your armor of God and start doing the right thing. You don't have money to hire for an attorney. You have to call everybody you know. Everyone you know. But don't wait until your case is so damaged, right? And expect not to pay money for that attorney to work on your case. That's ludicrous. That just doesn't make sense. No one works for free, period. No one works for free. So Diana, do you want to read that, Cassandra?
Diana says, I get on my knees and every night praying that my children will come back to me. Am I allowed to post things on Twitter? I'm thinking that's Twitter, yeah.
Wow. Okay, she said, am I allowed to post things on Twitter? Things like what?
Yeah.
Diana. Things like what, honey?
And things that don't post things that are self-incriminating, for one. Like, if you're going to self-incriminate yourself, you're sabotaging yourself. That's a number one thing you shouldn't do. Like I said before on a previous, like, remember when I told people, like, stop posting shit about yourself and your life on social media. Don't do
You
it.
guys, they check social media.
They'll use
They
it.
check social
They'll use
media,
it.
and they will use it
Do
against
not
you. I had a
post
case.
things.
Let me tell you this. I had a case. Now, you guys be the judge on that one. I had a case last week where they hired us. And then I know the attorney and the client. And the attorney told the client, do not let the kids, it was a relative case, do not let the kids be around the father or the mother because you are the foster parent now. You have placement of the children. What does the relative do? Get the father to meet with them. The father took a video, put it on TikTok. Social workers found out that the father was near the children. Do you think they're going to win that case? No. But what do? They're going to blame it on the attorney.
Because that's putting the child at imminent risk, immediate danger.
But they're going to blame it with the attorney, at the attorney. That's the point I'm trying to make.
Yep.
When the attorney specifically told them not to do that. So there's a lot of crap that's been going on, and you guys, really, honestly, it's ridiculous. I thank you so much for this channel. I try to watch you as soon as. Thank you so much, sweetheart. I appreciate that.
Thank you. I actually found a book online that is called, it's What to Do When Child Protective Services Knocks on Your Door. And it's from a I think it's a family, it says Family Advocacy Center. Like, it helps families. And they made a book. They're not legal attorneys or anything. They're just family advocacy people. Like, and they say what to do when CPS knocks on your door, basically. And they give you like a step-by-step what to do. And one of the number one things they tell you to do is consult a lawyer, of course. And my phone is being stupid, so I can't read it right now.
So you're gonna.
I don't know what happened right now, but it won't let me adjust.
I can't hear you. Something's going on.
But I do have it on. But did I mess something up? There we go. Man, that sucks. I was so ready to read that.
Brittany, 40,000. 40,000 what, Brittany? I'm not understanding what you're trying to say.
Did we say something about 40,000?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
Robin, I need to be able to speak with you. If you can call the office, you can ask them to speak to Miss G. Either Rachel, Joni, or Diane will answer the phone. Just let them know you need to speak with me so I can understand. I'm not sure if you and I spoke before or not. I speak to so many people, but I need to know a little bit more about your case. Rhode Island person, we can help you in Rhode Island, baby, but the retainers are expensive. They're very, very high. So depending on how deep your case in, like I said, when you wait towards the end of your case, it becomes more complex because now Mr. Davis has to review all the shit that they did on your case. And he has to now fix it, overturn it somehow with a strategy. So it's not going to be cheap at all. We're talking about more than $50,000. So you guys understand that the whole reason of this show is to bring awareness. There's a lot of people who actually kill their own chances of getting their kids back by themselves. So my job is to bring awareness to you guys not to do that. Not to do that. Never open your mouth to a social worker. The first initial conversation you have with a social worker, you're pretty much set yourself up to fail. I have a client. He said the first time I spoke to my worker, the first thing he said to her is what? Yeah, I do drugs. I do marijuana to help me sleep. Why would you even say that? Oh, because I thought the social worker would be okay with it because it's legal in California.
No. That doesn't work that way.
So was alcohol. Alcohol is legal, but guess what? You drive under the influence, you're going to get a DUI.
They'll also just take your kids for alcohol problems.
Yeah.
Like, it's not, just because it's legal doesn't mean they won't take your kids for it.
That's bullshit. I've seen fathers who are alcoholics and they have kids, their kids.
Oh yeah, I've seen that too. But like that's one of the reasons why they apparently wouldn't give my kids back to their father. But either way, I'd really rather them not have given back to their father, to tell you the truth. But it's just that was one of their excuses. Like, he's drinking regularly, and I was like, well, I thought that was okay. Like, I can't drink. Like, I don't know.
But yeah,
that's
exactly.
One of the reasons. So
exactly. And people don't understand. You guys don't get it. It's things are legal, yes, but the excessiveness of it, this will get you in trouble. I mean, you can't smoke weed all day. You're not Snoop. You don't have Snoop's money, right? You're not sitting. You don't have a driver taking you everywhere. No. If you're gonna be high on substance that controls you, that's not legal, because it says legal. Doesn't make sense. How can you be so high on something that's supposed to be legal, but yet you're overdoing it?
They're seeing that as, you're so high all the time. If you're high all the time, how are you possibly in the right mind to take care of your kids? They're not gonna see it like, oh, well, you smoke a joint every once in a while. Oh, yeah. They're gonna make it seem like you are always high. They're going, even if you're not, they're going to say that, no matter what.
Yeah, and they send people to follow you. Please, I'm begging you. Don't think that you can outsmart them. They send random people that you wouldn't suspect that they're social workers following you. You would see, like, for example, a child and a mother. You think, okay, well, that child and mother is probably going through elves, or, there's no way they could be like following me. It's so innocent, right? Like normal people. They're not going to put a tag on their fucking car and say, hey, I'm following you. Or you might see a father and a young child, or a father and a wife, a husband and wife, acting like, their husband and wife. You don't know, but they will follow you. They will know every step that you're making. So don't think, I can escape to my grandmother's house. I can see my baby and nobody will see me. No, they know you did it. And they will ask you. See, that's how stupid and wicked they are. Fucking assholes. What they do is like, Miss So-and-so, did you go see your child today? Miss So-and-so said, no, I'm not allowed to go see my daughter today. But you did. Because we saw you. And then so-and-so thinks her mother reported her. Or her grandmother reported her. No, it's not true. It's the social worker following your ass to where you're going. I don't care if you're crawling underground, going to your grandmother's house. They will know. They will know. Cassandra,
and
no
matter, no matter how much you want and need and feel that you need to go see your kid, if you're told not to go see your kid, don't do it. Don't hurt yourself. Like, that's basically sabotaging yourself.
Right.
Like, they're going to find out.
Right.
And even if they weren't going to find out, why risk that fucking chance Like, why risk yourself on hurting your case by going to see? I know it hurts and I know you want to, but don't do it if you want the real reward in the long run, which is your child. Like, don't hurt yourself. Why would you do that? Why would you sabotage yourself? I don't get why people sabotage themselves so much. Like, I really don't. Like, if you're listen, have knowledge, be smart, listen to other people who have knowledge and that are smart, like your attorneys, that your real attorney, like not a public pretender. Don't trust them because obviously they're not smart enough to do anything. Like, I feel like people just need to really just educate themselves better, a lot better, because I've, like, this whole weekend, literally this whole weekend, I've been doing like these classes and stuff online and researching and reading, and I found out so much, like, that my attorney, my public defender, didn't do for me, and it really hurt me a lot.
It's a lot of deception in the government. Don't ever think the government will favor their people. That's bullshit. But they want your tax dollars to keep paying for these motherfuckers. There is absolutely no one to trust in the government. Not one. Because they're all in cahoots together. That's why I call the Monterey Park juvenile dependency courts the whorehouse. They are the whorehouse. There is no cases there that they do that's actually where they don't violate your rights. They always violate your rights. Always. Social workers, they don't give a shit about you. Like I said, I keep repeating myself for a reason, because I feel like no matter how many times I say it on the show, you guys don't listen. The social worker, you're not a different case than anybody else's case. Everybody thinks they're innocent and everybody else is guilty. That's bullshit. Everybody else is not guilty. They're not going to attack the guilty. They're going to attack the innocent because they're easy target.
And they're going to make you look guilty.
And
no matter what.
Guilty, correct.
Because the number one thing different between regular court and juvenile dependency court is hearsay is admissible.
Yeah. Pretty much.
And it's illegal. That's a thing. It's really, they told me on this little class, hearsay is and always will be admissible in juvenile dependency court. It's going to be. So that's why it's your attorney's job, which if you have a real attorney, to investigate your case with you, find theories, and actually try and fight for you. These public pretenders are not going to do that for you guys. They're not. They're not.
No, public pretenders.
They're working for them.
They're going to hold like a little string and say, hey, just admit you're guilty. You're going to get
and they're going to give you services that don't fit your
case.
Parent, like your case. That's the number one thing. You need things that, why? Because they want you to fail.
But why?
That's the whole point.
Right. If you don't do drugs, just think about it logically. If you don't do drugs, why would you do a drug class? Why would you go to rehab?
I wouldn't. Well, I didn't.
Why?
That's the whole thing.
They do that shit though. They tell people that shit. Oh, you have to do a drug class. But why? I don't do drugs. Nothing. I'm clean. I don't do fucking drugs. Why do you take me to a drug class? You have to do parenting class, but I didn't do anything. I'm a non-parenting parent. Well,
exactly.
Why am I doing parenting class? I have fucking 3 kids, adult kids, and why am I doing a parenting class? Think about it.
I had to do parenting classes and domestic violence classes and drug classes, and I didn't do drugs, and I didn't freaking have to take parenting classes. I already had parenting classes done that I've done, and I was in child development classes at my college.
There you go. But then you know what? You know what's so sad? They hire monitors who fucking have anger management issues, or they have a DUI in the past, or they fucking
look at all the foster parents they hire that have like sex offender stuff and
monitors too. Monitors. fucking monitors too.
Another story that I was reading, okay, like the Truman Children, okay, or is it Troopin, I think, TRUP, the ones that had like those 13 kids and they got taken from their parents because they were really actually abusing them, and the little girl ran away, got free or whatever, and they had kids from the age of 2 to the age of 30, and they didn't know that they could leave. And well, the younger kids that got put into foster care, okay, these kids got put into a foster home with a man and a woman who decided that they wanted to sexually abuse them and also abuse them even more than they already were by their own parents. This is true shit. Real shit. I read it the other day. The Turpin Children, that's what their name is. Turpin. The Turpin Children. There was 13 of them, I believe. The oldest ones, they are starting their own life. I read something about it because they're on TikTok and they're telling their story. And but their younger siblings that were still not yet old enough to go and have a life of their own got put into a foster home. And the foster parents, both parents and a daughter of theirs, were abusing and sexually assaulting these children that have already been through chains, starvation. Some of them weren't even like able to like grow properly because they didn't get fed properly. And these people, these sick people called foster parents, continue to abuse these kids in foster care after already getting taken from their parents. Their parents are doing life.
I know. And oftentimes the parents are in jail as innocent, fucking innocent.
But these people weren't innocent. But
oftentimes what I have seen is they accuse mothers of domestic violence.
Oh, yeah, that's me.
Fathers of domestic violence. They accuse the actual innocent person and they go to jail. I'm talking about fathers and mothers, guys. Not just one sex. Two, both of you. So this shit has to stop. You guys have to stop. The adults have to fucking stop attacking each other because your children are in the fucking midst of you. Stop attacking one another. I don't give a fuck if he cheated on you with 30 women. I don't give a fuck if she cheated on you with 30 men. I don't give a fuck. Move the fuck on. Stop retaliating against each other because your kids are stuck in the midst of you. Shame on you. Because you start this shit. Shame on family members. Shame on grandparents or mother-in-laws. You guys are full of shit because you don't like your son's wife or girlfriend or whatever. Grow the fuck up. Just grow the fuck up. Period. Grow up. Yes, this is live, and I'm not ashamed. I'm saying any of this. There is Diana, you broke my heart. I was reading this one before I started talking about this topic, and I actually want to cry because I don't want you to lose your kids. You should be the one giving your children that note. Don't know your story. I don't know anything about your case. But please call this number, the 888-888-6582, and ask to speak with me. They will put you, they will send me an email, and I will call you as soon as I can. But please wait for my call. I don't want any of you guys to lose your kids. Not one of you guys. I really don't. And like I said, earlier, I wish I had the money in the world and I would fucking help each and every one of you. Because I really want you to hand your children that note, Diana. Not me.
People really just don't understand that we all Everybody who's on this show knows how it feels to not have their children. Everybody. So for you to think that we don't feel for you, or we don't have hearts, or we don't feel like we're telling you guys the truth, because we know how it feels
No
to lose
child should be away.
children.
No child should be away from their mom
No.
or father. No one. And it all happens because of a malice act from somebody. It's always somebody that starts the shit, and the kids are stuck in the midst of it. And Diane, it's breaking my heart. Just I can't.
Like, we all know how it feels. Just everybody think about that. Like, we all know how it feels. Everybody on this show knows how it feels not to have their children. So don't think we don't care or we don't feel for you guys, because we do. We know exactly how it feels. I cry on this show every time I come on this show. I feel like I cry. Like, I know how it feels so much. And I've been going through it for a really long time.
You know, it's sad when I see people that I've seen a couple of people that actually have money who are targeted by CPS, and they pay so much money to handle their case, and they win their case. And sometimes I want to tell them, you have so much money. Have you thought about helping others? There's so many people that have money in America, but they would rather fucking give it $80 billion to Ukraine. You're fucking giving $80 billion to Ukraine, and you're assigning scumbags, court pretenders to help people that can't afford legal representation. Fuck that shit a million times. But yet, all these rich people, you're helping other countries, but what about your own fucking country? What about the own people? You think all the people that their kids are stolen from them are bad? You motherfuckers need to wake the fuck up. You know, I tried. Look, my nature is not to cuss. That was not my nature. But ever since I've seen the injustice in this world, I feel like telling somebody, wake the fuck up a million times. And they're not listening. They're so quick to judge. All these mothers, Azaris, Diana, Robert, father, I mean, for the love of God, Cassandra, all these people, Rachel, all of them, you guys think they're bad parents? You're full of shit. Whoever judges these parents are full of shit. Because they deserve to be with their kids, and their kids deserve to be with them. But nobody seems to understand that. All you people that have money and you don't want to help others, shame on you. Because your focus should be helping mothers and fathers who are fighting for their children. Somebody like Diane, that wants to give a note to her children, she's willing to give it to me, to give it to her kids. Do you know how broken the system is for a mother to say this? To give it to me, to give to her children. That's so fucked up. In general, mothers don't have kids to lose them. Biden, Camilla, you guys are full of shit. All of you guys in the government seat are full of shit. And shame on you. Shame on you for you allowing this shit to continue to happen. Shame on you. You know, I've been doing my homework, Cassandra.
Mm-hmm.
Here is the ballot. I'm trying to complete it. And for the love of me, for the God, I just can't. I don't believe in these motherfuckers. I don't. Are they gonna do the right thing? Are they? Are they? I don't know. I really
That's
don't
like,
know.
that's the thing. Like, that's the hard thing about everything about the voting thing and everything like that. Like, even though you vote, or even though you want to vote because you want the right, like, how
Right.
are you going to vote?
Right.
And then what if you voted wrong? Like, it's
not
really hard to be a good judge of character of really fucked up people.
Yeah. It's really, I mean, like they have all these flyers that I get in the mail. Like look at this shit. I have this, all this. I have this, whatever that is. I haven't looked at it yet. And I have shit like this. Like what the I mean,
I'm trying to see, like, I'm trying to
I
look
don't
at the
even
ones
know.
that you got.
This is all fucking shit.
I know. I'm trying to look at the ones you got because, like, okay, I was watching TV over at my mom's house the other day, right?
Yeah.
And they had one of those smear campaigns, like, against one of the people, like, like one of the guys, this is sponsored by this person, but it was about the other person. And they were talking about, like, if you want somebody to be like a Trump, I guess, or it was funny. It was funny. They were trying to say, if you want somebody to be like a Donald Trump of LA, like, I'm like, are you serious? Like, don't vote for this person. Like, they were trying to say that he was bad. Like,
I know, but
and they were using Trump to do it. It was funny to me.
Why don't you share with me what Trump was trying to do before he came out of office? Tell everybody, because I know this.
Yeah, he tried to abolish CPS and he tried to actually reform CPS if he couldn't abolish it, but he was really trying to abolish it with the First Family Prevention Act, which is an act that helps families with, like, finding services or finding things before removal, and extending the timeline and defunding foster families and stuff for getting funded for the children throughout the whole stay of which makes them want to get children out of the foster care system back to their parents rather than keep them in there because they won't get funded for as long.
Correct. So a lot of people might see Trump in a different light. I'm looking at the good he's done. I really don't judge a person by anything else other than the good they've done. Because honestly, I am an older woman now. I'm in my 50s, my mid 50s, and I have seen a lot of ugly in the world. I have seen injustice over and over and over again, and over and over and over again. And usually the innocent ones are the ones trying to defend themselves. They're trying to respond to the allegations, the false, fabricated shit against them. They're responding. We have to fucking keep responding in this fucking country for the rest of your life to false allegations against you. I have seen false allegations from neighbors. I have seen false allegations. People tell me stories. It's fucked up. False allegations from neighbors, from their mother-in-laws, and from this, and the father's mom is retaliating against this because she's like blah 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 blah. You have to be a coward of a son and a husband and a father, right?
I have one thing.
Hate you. Let your mom run the show for you. Grow the fuck up, put on some man pants, and take care of your fucking family. When you get married and you have a child with someone, that's your fucking family. Not saying disrespect your parents, but fucking pay attention to your own fucking family and grow the fuck up.
Take responsibility for what you do also.
Take responsibility for your fucking actions.
I have another thing to say on that. Another thing to say on that is if you really think about it, stop trying to sabotage your family.
Right.
Trust me, CPS will do enough for you.
Yeah.
Like, you don't need to do it any more than they already are.
Yeah. But there's a lot of mother-in-laws who are actually vindictive sons of bitches. Vindictive.
Trust me, CPS doesn't need your help.
I have seen mother-in-laws, check this out. I have seen mother-in-laws that do black magic. Yeah. They do black magic, witchcraft. And they actually told me. They do witchcraft on their daughter-in-law, or they do witchcraft on other people, or they do witchcraft on this, and they do witchcraft on that, and they do witchcraft on the foster mother, and they do witchcraft on this. It's all fucking bullshit. You know why? You know why? Because honestly, when you have God in your life, ain't nothing can touch you.
I have one thing to say on that.
Yeah, but what they do.
I study religions. Like I study different religions.
Yeah.
Like I read about them and
know.
know.
But
if you really think about it, like the Wiccan, if you guys believe in like different religions, like that's supposed to be an occultic religion. Like I read all religions. I mean like every religion, not just like certain ones. Like, but I've read about like Wiccan religion and stuff like that. Like if you're into any of that stuff, like it works the same way. Karma is going to come back on you tenfold. There's a rule. Like they have like the 10 commandments basically in their own religion, and tenfold will come back on you for doing bad things to others. Black magic is not something. There's karma in every religion. There's bad things that will happen to you if you do bad things to people. Do unto others as you want done unto you. It's that simple. No matter what you practice, no matter what you believe in, it's always going to come back to you. You do bad things to somebody, it will come back on you.
That is correct.
You do something bad to your significant others, or your daughter's significant other, or your husband, or your son's significant other. That's going to come back on you.
Tenfold. Amen to that.
Either way.
Amen to that.
Either way. No matter what religion you think of, no matter what religion you want to be, it will come back on you.
Yeah. And you know what's so
always
sad?
karma. It's yin and yang.
Yes.
Balance.
Yes,
there's always balance in the world, and you have to have balance.
Exactly.
So if you do something bad, it's going to balance itself out.
Right.
Think about it, people.
Yeah. And they
You're
don't.
Fuck yourselves.
Yeah.
Doing shit like that.
Yeah. Most of the evil and getting ready to be sent to hell. Exactly. Most of the are evil and getting ready to be sent to hell. That's true. I mean, there's a lot of people. There's a lot of people that used to follow my show who are witchcraft. They do witchcraft. There's a lot of people who retaliate against you because they don't get what they want, and they start smear campaign over you, right? Because they're empty inside. They're cowards. They're idiots. And the people that believe them are just as idiot as they are. Cassandra, you know who I'm referring that to.
Yeah. But like I said, like, because I don't say that I'm any type of religion.
Yeah.
I just say that I'm a spiritual person.
Yeah.
Because I read
follow a religion. Jesus didn't say follow a religion.
He said be spiritual.
You follow God. God. There is no religion in the name of God.
Exactly.
So that's bullshit.
Because I never identify as either Catholic or Christian, and I just am spiritual, and I believe in a God.
I believe in my Jesus Christ.
Exactly.
There you go. That's who I believe in. So I don't have a religion. So people who say religion, that's not for me.
Yeah,
so again, he didn't say follow me. He didn't say follow a religion.
Exactly.
Period. Really. But people that do evil against others because of malice, the way they feel about them, your day is numbered, and your day will come. Your day will come when you have to face evil that you've done. You have to face it. Because God don't like ugly. It might take a long time. You think you got away with it, but you really didn't get away with it. So all these people that's hurting mothers and fathers using their children, believe me when I tell you this, my God is not asleep. He's still sitting on the throne, and he will vindicate each and every one of these moms and dads who were unjustly taken advantage of. And believe me, when God hits you, you're going to wish you were not alive to feel the pain. Because God's wrath is way much greater than anyone can ever do to someone who will, you can't process. It's better for vengeance, for God said, vengeance is mine, says the Lord. Not yours, it's God's. He will handle these people accordingly. But don't ever think God is asleep and God doesn't see what's going on. He sees everything that's going on. Yes, every knee will bow down. Amen to that. Every knee will bow down. All of them that do evil will bow down. And all these judges, caseworkers, ex-mother-in-laws who are evil, all of these people are going to pay the price. They might not feel it now, but they will. They will. All right, guys, I have to end the show. I love you guys.
We're coming back at 4?
Jesus is the way, the truth, and the light. Amen to that. In the name of the Lord. Thank you. Amen to that.
Are we coming back at 4?
Yes, I will see you guys at 4 o'clock.
Okay.
Starting next week, we're not doing the show all at one day. We're going to separate the show. So the producer is going to put the new time and the dates on social media for you guys to know. So it might just be Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. I'm going to separate all 3 shows in those days. I mean, sorry. What did I say? Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Amen.
I'm happy about that.
Yeah, I know, me too. And we just need to get Darren on board because he didn't show up today, you guys, Darren. But I am going to give him a timeout.
Darren,
where are you, Darren? I know.
Where are you?
I know. We miss you, Darren. All right, guys. I love you guys. And I will see you guys at 4 o'clock with Relative Spicy PS. I love you, Cassandra. I'll talk to you guys later. I love you, Diana. I love all of you guys. Bye-bye.
Bye.